Okay. Alright, let's give this a try. Okay, we're going to try to go live for roughly an hour. So any questions, I want you to send them my way. So we're actually going to try to do this daily. This is going to work. Oh, it's hot. 1 second. So yeah, basically I want to be pumping out more content. So any questions, I wonder if there's a way to check. This is my first live, guys, so yeah, any questions, send them. So yeah, hopefully you're all doing your thing, you've all trained today. Because that's what my whole channel is about, training, getting the results you want. So hopefully you're all getting it in, putting in that work. So yeah, basically I'm here to do some free coaching. So any questions, I'm live on YouTube as well. Any questions you got, I'm gonna be here to answer them. So yeah, what's up? Let's see. Yes, Maggie, what's up, brother? How you doing? I'm gonna be flicking through the Instagram. I'm good, brother. I'm good. I'm trying something new. I want to go live regularly every day, 9 p.m. UK time. So that should be about 4 p.m. Eastern. Am I natural? So not be sure to ask, am I natural? Yes, I'm natural. I'm not sure if you saw my transformation, 12 years, but it's been slow and steady. And I would advise that you know, if you're watching this, go the natural route as well. Because, you know, once you've involved steroids, you're just making the process way more complicated. Basically, you're turning into a chemist as well. So not only you got to figure out what to eat now, you know, you got to figure out, you know, what steroids to take, how much to take, you know, you're injecting yourself. And if you're not injecting yourself, you're taking tablets. Now you're putting your liver at risk. And yeah, so I'm natural and I'd advise it as well. All right, we've got some questions coming through. How do I see the rest of the questions? Hold on. I literally want to answer all the questions. Okay, here we are. Okay, Imagi says, bro, I've got my summer vacations and I have to exercise my glutes, but I realize I have to fix my diet. I don't know what to eat for my diet. Yeah, bro, so with diet, it's really easy. Like, the first step, just make sure it's a healthy, balanced diet. That's number one. So cut out the processed foods, cut out the sugars first. That should be step one, cut out the sugar. So if you're used to having like, if you're used to eating like fizzy drinks, number one, like sodas should be number one you should cut out. So cut out the Pepsis, the Fantas, or whatever drinks that they are. That's the easiest. And if you're adding sugar to things like your tea or coffee or your cereal, your oats, cut that out and replace that with sweeteners. That's number one. Number two, anything you should be eating should have you know, ideally less than 2 or 3 ingredients. So what I mean is that if you're cooking dinner, if you're having dinner, instead of like, you know, going for something that's from a packet, let's say you don't know what the ingredients are, cook it yourself if you can. So, you know, you're going to the shop, the fresh produce aisle, getting potatoes, you're getting rice, you're getting chicken or whatever, and you're cooking it yourself. You know, avoid like crisps and potato chips and things like that. Crackers, biscuits, like these are the things that are going to mess you up. So, you know, just go for like, for example, oats is like the perfect breakfast ever, like oatmeal. So that's the first step. And yeah, just go for the basics. Honestly, you can eat rice. Like, honestly, I eat a lot of rice. Have that with chicken, have that with beef, some vegetables on the side. Like, the more simple you keep it, the better, the easier it's gonna be. And you don't want to be emotional with your food as well. Like, don't be emotional eating. Like, oh, I love food. Like, you know, food is the, you know, sustain you, keep you alive. So that's the main mindset. And yes, hold on. And let me know where you're watching from. Actually, that would be cool. Walkie Talkie says watching from Massachusetts. Can't even say that, bro. Boston, Massachusetts. Saying it nuts. Okay. Villager Cactus says, have I done any other sports except for bodybuilding? Yes, I was a big sports guy. So I was playing football. You might call that soccer in America. I was playing football for years, playing rugby, playing basketball. I was playing a lot of sports till I got to university at age 18. And then I cut a lot of sports. And then I went more, and I replaced the sports with the gym. So that kind of made it an easy transition because I was already used to going to the gym and training, like sometimes including matches. Because at the time in school, I was playing basketball and rugby and football. So 3 sports, you're training at least once a week. So really, that's like 6 days a week. I was doing team sports. So as soon as that stopped, I kind of had that void there. So it was easy to transfer that to the gym. So if you're used to playing sports, like, you know, it shouldn't be hard for you to transfer that training time to your own gym time. And obviously you might be training on your own for a bit, but get training partners. It's like the same thing. You're going training with your friends. You're going to the gym with your friends. It's the same thing. So yeah. So that's basically, and after the gym, really, yeah, the sports a little bit here and there, you know, and having the extra strength definitely helped with playing like soccer and different sports and rugby. But eventually, I've stopped, and now I'm actually retired from team sports. I think I'm too heavy, got too much muscle. Last time I played football, I almost broke both my legs because my hamstrings were done. So yeah. All right, let's see what Instagram questions I've got now. Hold on. So I am SK Goza says, what's up, brother? I've been running. Oh, let's put it here. Okay, I've been running, but the results are that I remain in the same weight, no going down. How many kilometers should I run and how many days a week to shed some weight? My weight is 77 kilograms. I was 70 before lockdown. So yeah, lockdown obviously got a lot of people messed up. Obviously not being able to train. So I feel for you there. And yeah, but running, I don't think running is a really good solution. You know, you're better off just watching your diet, because let's say you go for a kilometer run and you burn, let's say, I'm not sure, off the top of my head, 200 calories. Like, you're gonna make that back in like a packet of crisps or like a hamburger. You're gonna just, you know, put those calories back. So you've just wasted all that time. You'll be better off just relaxing and just eating less. So, you know, I wouldn't advise, cardio is not the best. You know, I sometimes I've got videos where I talk about doing cardio for weight loss and fat loss, but really, cardio should be for cardiovascular health, and you should be controlling the rest through diet and for weight loss and fat loss. And the resistance and weight training is good for shaping your body and boosting your metabolism as well, because you can lose weight and fat. You can lose weight and fat through, you know, just through nutrition alone, but you know, you're not going to change your shape. So imagine the shape you got now, just imagine a smaller version if you just do cardio. Oh, sorry, if you just do nutrition, if you just focus on your nutrition, you're just going to be the same shape. So doing weight training is going to change your shape completely, and you're going to boost your metabolism again. So I would stop the running, or just do a little bit less. If you like to run, but you know, don't use it for fat loss and weight loss. Okay, not Bishoy says as well, I build new muscles even though I'm cutting, and yes, I'm able to progress overload. Okay, awesome. Okay, I'm gonna hit some YouTube questions now. Well, okay. Listening from India, awesome. Okay, yes, join. I'm gonna be doing this. I'm 10xing right now, so I'm gonna be doing this every day. This is my plan. I'm gonna commit to this every day for an hour, like consistent. So you know, if you wanna come hang out, if you got any questions, then join me at this time every day, like 7 days a week, no rest. We're gonna be doing this. All right, Villager Cactus, what's up, brother? How you doing? So he asked, how do you get mentally stronger? That's a great question. How do you get mentally stronger? I think just challenge yourself more. Put yourself out of your comfort zone more. Like I was thinking today, like I'm sure there's some people watching this thinking that, you know, I find it so easy to train and get results. But no, it's hard. Even today, like, you know, I have the same challenges. Like, you know, you wake up in the morning, you're comfortable at home. Now you've got to go to the gym. You know, I'm going to a new gym as well. It's a decent gym, but it's not like, my best gym ever. And it's like, you know, I've still got to, you know, just kind of psych myself into doing it. So yeah, just do it. Like, you know, you have your body is made up of like it's like two different dynamics. You know, like you hear like the angel and the devil. Like you've got like your body and you've got your mind, and you need to get your mind in control of your body. Your body wants to do all the things that you don't want to do. Like your body doesn't want to train. Your body wants to be comfortable. Your body wants to sleep in. Your body wants to play video games, watch movies, eat junk food. But it's got to be your brain that says, nah, like we've got to do it. This is how this is how this is gonna be. We're gonna do it different this time, or we're gonna listen to my brain and not my body. And a way you can actually get mentally stronger is by reading books. Obviously, you can see all the books behind me. Like books are amazing. Like, you know, listen to someone like Grant Cardone. Like your mind will change. Like I've been listening. Like I've listened to Grant Cardone. Like I was listening to him all the time. I took a little break when I was in Mexico. I wasn't really reading, which was a mistake. But you know, I've been getting back to his materials, and like that will change your whole mindset. Like 10x in, going all out. So yeah, lots of reading. You know, I'd say definitely read books. Books over YouTube videos for sure. Because you can get into an endless cycle of watching videos and videos. Like just read a book, and then you know absorb that book, and then you know it just has a different effect to your life. So I say listen to Grant Cardone. That's gonna get you mentally way stronger. You know, what kind of challenges are you dealing with? Let me know, and then I can go into more detail. But yeah, the more challenges you have, the more trials that you make it through, the more stronger you're gonna get. So, you know, in life you have ups and you have downs. So when you're having ups, life is easy, you know. But it's when you have the trials, when things aren't going so right, and you have the challenges, that's when you know, if you make it through the challenge, you're gonna get mentally stronger for sure. Oh, Lil Dread, what's happening, brother? I've been good. I've been good. Can't complain. Blessed. All right. So it says I'm 65 kilos right now, but my exercise consists of martial arts training. Okay, that's good. If you've got a question about that, let me know. If you want to get heavier or lighter, let me know. Ilaka says, is using machines good for building muscle and losing fat? Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Like literally, I've recently done a switch, you know, for my legs. So I've got a goal now to actually get extra thick, extra big legs, extra big glutes, just to get extra thick because I'm sick of my legs not kind of lagging behind. I'm tired of it. So I'm now on another journey on getting my legs really super light, big. So yeah, so instead of doing barbell squats, I've actually swapped that for Smith machine squats. And this was a big thing for me for a long time. Like my ego was not letting me jump on the Smith machine. But in Mexico, while I was training, there was like many times the squat machine, the squat rack was taken, so the Smith machine was all like, you know, generally available. So I kind of got used to it, and I found out that I was actually getting better results on the Smith machine. I guess because I don't have to worry about balance and form, and it's just a bit easier. And yeah, I just put my ego to the side, and now it's my favorite type of squat. It's a Smith machine squat, and that's purely based on results and what I've observed. Because you know, there's times where I was, you know, squatting like 180 kilos, like not that that's the most in the world, but that's a lot of weight, and my legs still weren't crazy. So you know, yeah, by all means, if machines are what you like to do, do machines. There's nothing wrong with it. Check your ego at the door. It's totally fine. But you know, free weights are, you know, I generally do enjoy free weights, but as I said, you know, if you're going for aesthetics, you're not powerlifting or anything like that, there's nothing wrong with machines. Okay, let's go to YouTube. Walkie Talkie asks, what do I think about stationary exercise bikes? Yeah, for cardio, you know, do whatever you can, do whatever you enjoy. They all work. Like they're all gonna. Essentially, cardio is all about making increasing your heart rate. Um, that's the main thing. So if that's what you enjoy doing, then do it. I mean, I spent years as a cycle instructor. So I used to work at Pure Gym Canary Wharf, and I would teach cycle classes like every day, like sometimes 6, 7 days a week. So I was very familiar with a stationary bike or the spinning bike, and I love that. Yeah, great workout. Now, if you're talking about burning fat, as I said earlier, I would go for nutrition alone. So I would focus on nutrition. But you know, if you feel like you have to do cardio for that, or you just enjoy doing cardio, by all means, go for it. Like it's good fun. Okay, Villager Cactus says I have a lot of social anxiety and I wanted to change that, so I started playing football in a team and I mess up my control. I lose the ball too often and I'm too scared to move and perform in practice. Oh, interesting. Yeah. So when I started, okay, interesting one actually. I guess this is a bit off topic, but why not? When I started playing football, I mean, I've played for years, but when I first started trying to get into a decent team, I was definitely the worst in the team, like the worst. I remember coming back from training because we had pre-season, coming back from training and feeling down, like I was so bad. But you know, I just stuck to it. I just didn't quit, and I slowly improved and improved and improved, and I managed to get into the team just. And by the end of the season, I became one of the best players in the team, and I utilized my strengths. So basically, maybe control is not your best strength. Maybe you have another strength, which might be speed or you know, or like physical strength. So my position was like defensive midfielder. So you know, even though you know we're doing drills for like wingers and strikers, that wasn't my position. I was like, you know, the solid guy that could tackle, win the ball back, and I became a pivotal part of the team. So don't give up. Like, don't give up. Keep trying and find your strength, because the way to succeed in the team is to have a strength that no one else has. I had a friend that told me this. His dad told him this, and he told me this. So let's say you can take free kicks or take penalties. You might not be so good in other areas, but the team's gonna need you for those things. So keep practicing, brother. Like, don't keep your head down. Practice, 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 and keep improving. Keep a positive mindset as well. Nanatic asks, what workouts would you recommend doing? Okay, for what? For what? Well, you know, I guess if you're watching me, I'm gonna say bodybuilding, weightlifting, resistance training. So, you know, body, go for, you know, if you want to transform your body, you know, heavy weights, 8 to 12 reps, you know, body weight, body split, full body split. I can't think of another word for bro split, but basically chest, legs, shoulders, back, that kind of routine. I would recommend that any day, like versus any other kind of training, especially if you want to kind of transform your body, build muscle, burn fat, look more aesthetic. Okay, so okay, not okay. What's the best way to lose fat and maintain muscle? So the best way to lose fat and maintain muscle is to have a good diet and keep training heavy weights, as I was just saying. So clean, healthy diet, healthy, balanced diet, proteins, fats, carbs, non-processed foods, less sugars, and you know, hit the weights, train regularly, like at least 3 times, minimum three, ideally at least four, you know, if not five, if not six, if you can. And you know, and check your body weight every day. So you know, you want to be careful that you don't eat too much, that you're gaining so much, you're having so much calories that you're gaining fat, because if your weight's going up super fast, then chances are it's not going to be muscle, it's going to be fat. But if it's slowly and steadily, and you look in the mirror and you're not putting on too much body fat, then chances are you're putting on muscle as well. And also check that you're getting stronger. That's the main thing as well. Okay, I always have bad form with free weights and never feel my muscles, but when I do machines, I can actually feel it. Yeah, awesome. Well, for me, I mean, there's times I do exercise and I don't feel it until afterwards. I feel the DOMs. So, in that sense, I always felt that feeling the movement was a bit overrated. Honestly, I always felt that. hold on, let's see if I can balance this so I don't have to hold this the whole time. Yeah, I always felt that it was overrated. Whoops. Overrated to feel the muscle. Like, for me, if the weight is moving from A to B, like, the muscle is working, essentially. Like, essentially, like, it's that simple. Like, if you're doing a shoulder press and you're moving the dumbbell from here to here, you might not necessarily feel it here, but it's working. And generally, I would, like I said, I would feel it the next day. If I felt it the next day or the couple days after, then I knew I worked. So, but yeah, you know, if you enjoy doing machines more, by all means. Okay, let's try this. Feels a bit better. Okay, a little makeshift setup. But now, sometimes when you're doing something new, you just got to do it. Just got to not think too much and just go for it. Okay. Villager Cactus asks, do I take PEDs? No, never. Never in my life have I taken steroids, and I will never take steroids. There was a time I thought about it, I'll be real. So when I done my competition, it was an amateur competition, and I finished one category, I finished second, another category I finished third, and I was going to the nationals, and the guys that beat me were on steroids for sure. And I was just like, you know, if I want to, and I was kind of at a crossroads. I was like, what do I want to do with my fitness career? Like, what kind of actions do I want to be, like, where do I want to go with this? Like, if I want to go, you know, do the bodybuilding seriously, then I'm going to have to take steroids. And I know if I took steroids, then my physique would be crazy. Like, I reckon I could be hitting like national level. And that's what I would do. If I took steroids, I would be competing on national level, like. So, but no, I know it's every man has got this, you know, this option. Like, you know, it's not hard. Like, every man has got this choice to make, and it actually stops a lot of people from going for it because they feel like you have to take it, but you don't have to take it. You just have to be patient. And thankfully, for many years, I trained with people that were natural, and most of my life I've trained with people that were natural. So I wasn't so tempted. But yeah, I mean, I had one friend who went on a cycle. Actually, I remember maybe in my second or third year into training, and the results were crazy. His body was changing daily, and I was like, wow. And I don't think, as far as I know, he didn't have any side effects. But for me, I don't know, I'm just too worried about the side effects, the gyno, the lost erections, not or whatever, not being able to have kids. And I've actually seen the other side. So I worked with a guy who was taking a lot of steroids. He was super strong as well, like a beast. Like, there's times where he'd walk in the gym and just be like, wow. And then he stopped, and then the muscle went quickly, and you know, he looked down and out, and it was just like, man, like, was it really worth it? Also, injections, I'm not really too keen on injecting myself. So yeah, many reasons why I decided not to. And probably the main reason, actually, I had a girlfriend at the time. I remember when I was really thinking about it, I had a girlfriend at the time, and she said if I ever took it, she would leave me. So shouts out to her. We're not together anymore, but I'm glad she scared me enough to not do it. Okay, so is cardio and machines and calorie deficit a good way to lose fat while building muscle? Mainly machines and calorie deficit. Cardio if you want, but you know, it's a good way. It's a good way, I'd say. Yeah, but mainly it's machines and calorie deficit, get enough protein. So yeah, like, honestly, and I've done tons of cardio. Like, I've put in clients do tons of cardio, and for sure, like, it is because, like I said, you can do cardio for an hour and you can just wipe out the deficit from the cardio in one snack. A handful of nuts, you know, a handful too far, you just waste all that time. And I've done tons of cardio from doing my competition. Like, I've done so much cardio. I was doing like an hour of cardio a day, sometimes an hour and a half. I'll do an hour in the morning and 45 minutes in the evening to get ready for my competition. And because I've done it naturally as well, it was just a absolute killer to the point where I actually pretty much had an eating disorder to the end of it. and I couldn't. I was so tired, drained. I lost clients. My business like just tanked because I had no energy and to give my proper customer service to my clients. Even driving my car, I had a manual car, and even using the gear stick, and just the cardio was too much, too much. So, and I've actually got results from not doing cardio. So, and that's when I found it way more fun, way more easy. I had more energy from just checking my weight, eating similar foods every day, and just focusing on the foods, like foods. It's just a way easier way. Trust me, like way easier. Give it a try. Just give it a try for 2 weeks, no cardio, and just try to lose weight with food alone, and then let me know what happens. Because you're just going to be so much more disciplined. It's so easy. Like when you do cardio, it's so easy to just eat junk because you're tired and your body's craving for food. Like, and then you get in a cycle of eating too much and doing more cardio than eating too much. So just try no cardio, try lose weight on food alone, and see what happens, and let me know what happens. Send me a message. Okay, let's hit YouTube. Here in America, most of the food is garbage. I guess most of the fast food is garbage, and that's probably the case everywhere. American food is like McDonald's, right? That's what I call American food, burgers and fries. How do you know that we're making progress? Well, so if you're looking to build muscle, a good way to check that you're making progress is if you're getting stronger. So let's say you're training at home and you're doing push-ups. So first week you can only do 5 push-ups maximum. Now second week you can do 7. Then the week after you can do 9 and 11. Even though you might not be able to see it, you're getting stronger, you're building muscle. Let's say you're trying to lose fat. If the scales are going down, then you're losing fat. Chances are like quite simple. Obviously, the more specific you are of your question, the more better I can answer it. Okay. Hope this is true. Sounds like a good girlfriend. Thanks for all the advice. Yes, I'm telling the truth. And yeah, you don't need to do it, but just don't let that stop you. Natural is the best way. Okay. What about acid reflux? Okay, I'm not sure if I had acid reflux, but I've had times where I've thanks for your question, Ellen. Ellen is the one. There was times I remember when I was doing my competition, I was eating. What was I eating? I was eating something that was giving me stomach pains. I think it was. It turned out to be. I think it was broccoli or something like that. I remember it was some green vegetable I was having in it, and every time I was having it, I was just having these digestive problems. And I remember I actually had a prep coach at the time, and he was like, gave me some digestive tablets to take, digestive enzymes, and they were helping, but I had to take them every time I went out. Every time I left my house, I'd take them so I could eat and then take that so I wouldn't have stomach pains. And basically, find out. I'd say, I'm not an expert, I'm not a doctor, but I would say find out what's causing it, and then just cut out your diet. I've had that a few times. There's times I'd eat stuff and then I'd have a reaction, like a skin reaction, or not feel well. And then it's just about isolating that food and then just cutting out your diet. So that's the main thing, and that's what you can have benefits of working with someone, because there's many times like my coach and I couldn't eat it, so he'd tell me eat something else, and so yeah, so kind of isolate if you can. Okay, Tadija asks, can I build muscle while losing weight? You can. Yeah, and to do that, you need to be doing heavy resistance training. So obviously, yeah, you can. So do heavy resistance training, and yeah, get enough protein in your diet. That's the main thing. And obviously, if your body, the more untrained you are, the easier it's gonna be. So let's say you've never trained before, and you're like 100 kilos, and you want to get down to 80, and now you're doing resistance training. Of course, you're gonna build muscle. It's definitely gonna be possible. And the fat on your body is essentially it's energy, it's stored energy. So of course, you're going to be converting that, like without getting into the science of things. You're going to be getting rid of that fat, using that stored energy to help you to build the muscle. So yeah, by all means. Okay. Okay, Ilaka asks, sorry for asking a lot of questions. No, go ahead, you're helping me. The more questions, the better. I'm here for another half an hour, so I want to do an hour every day. So the more questions, the less I have to just talk about anything. So please ask me even the dumbest of questions. Any question is a good question. There's no dumb question. Throw the questions at me. The more, the better. And basically, this is free coaching. This is free coaching hour. So essentially, this is similar to if you were, let's say you were to pay for coaching, you know, this is what you're getting, but we're just doing it in a group setting. So literally ask me all the questions that you would pay to ask anyone, and I'm going to give you my opinion. So yeah, sorry for asking a lot of questions, but does eating after 8 p.m. ruin fat loss, or is that just a myth? Yeah, it's a myth. Full myth. I used to be that guy, no carbs after 8 or no whatever. It's a full myth. Like, I don't think your body's smart, but it's calories in, calories out at the end of the day. And what your body will do is, you know, the more, it's more about just having a regular pattern. I think that's more important. So your body has a clock, like your body likes to go to sleep at a certain time, wake up at a certain time. So I guess the more you're into that, that's probably the better mindset to have. So if you're having a meal before bed, you know, don't worry about it so much. But what I would say is just weigh yourself first thing, something that really worked for me. So a big challenge I had is that I didn't know how to stay lean year round. I was that guy to be bulking and cutting and bulking, and I spent most of the year pretty much out of shape. But whereas, you know, you're living in the UK, like, you know, a lot of times it's cold and, you know, generally you're covered up anyway. You're never getting your abs out. Like, maybe get your abs out maybe two, three, 4 times a year, like in England. And even then, people are like looking at you like you're crazy. But living in Mexico, where you're on a beach, you know, every day, and you know, and if you have got your top on, you're looking a bit strange. Like for me, it was important to learn how to be lean year round, and the way I figured that out, especially living a lifestyle where I was eating out all the time, I was barely cooking. I just weighed myself every morning. Like every morning, I would step on the scales. I still do it now, just to keep a check, and I have a mental check even now. Like even though I'm back in London and my abs aren't out, you know, they're never out right now. It's a case of I'm making sure I'm not going to get heavier than, like, let's say 87 kilos. Like that's my target. If I get heavier than that, then, you know, so I haven't lost the question. So yeah, so just weigh yourself every day. So give it a try. So, you know, try eating, you know, if you want to eat after 8, eat after 8. Just weigh yourself every day. That's gonna answer your question. The worst thing, the main thing though, is just not being binging. I think that's the rule. Is that rule was made for you to stop binging before bed. So you have all your meals, you've had your dinner, that's your calorie allocation, and now you're gonna be binging. Like it's a little mental trick. That's that rule. It's all mental. It's a little mental trick, a little mental rule to stop you from having all those snacks and, you know, that biscuit before bed and this and that. So I think that's why that rule was created. Okay. Ted just says I'm 84 kilos and 185 centimeters, but still feel fat. Oh yeah, so you're quite lean. So I am, well, similar stats to me actually. So yeah, I'd say in your case, because that is pretty, I think that's pretty healthy actually. You just need to build more muscle, so you can reduce your body fat percentage by building more muscle. So that's all I would say, is that you just need more muscle in your frame, and then you're gonna be fine. So let's say you were to say, like, I reckon you could even like allow yourself 3 kilos more, and and you wouldn't, you know, you technically shouldn't be fat, or you shouldn't even feel fat. So your thing is just weight training. Go hard in the gym. Go as hard as you can. Be consistent. Don't stop. Disciplined. Persistence. And you know, those stats, you won't feel fat at all. Great questions, by the way, guys. I'm feeling motivated to do this regularly. Just share some value as much as I can. 12 years of experience. Just try to distill that, dial that down for you guys. Okay, why is it I can't grow muscle and I've been lifting for over 7 years? Ellen asks. Ellen is the one. Okay, so Ellen, I have a question for you. What's the longest period you've had without stopping? Because this is a common thing. Like, I mean, I can say 12 years, but my 12 years has been without stopping. My 12 years has been without more than 2 weeks out of the gym. And I'll tell you the truth, when I started training, so for my first year, I think I figured this out after a year, maybe 2, yeah, definitely after a year. I noticed that I would get results, feel good, then I would slack, and then or I get a cold or something would stop me from training, and then I would lose my pump and feel skinny again. And I was just like, what's going on here? And I don't know where I learned this. Maybe I saw someone say it, but I thought, let me try it. Let me try just not stopping. Let me give this a try, like, because when it's new, it's always hard to go to the gym. It's still, even as I said before, it's still a challenge sometimes. I've got to get to the gym, and different environment. I'm comfortable. I thought, let me try and just keep going. Like, let me not stop. And that's when I saw, like, that's when the epiphany hit me. Like, the result is just to not stop. And like my results, because you have the compliments, you feel good, and I kept on going. It was like, oh wow, like I've just hit a new level here. Like, I've hit a new level. I've hit new strength goals. I'm getting more feedback. I'm feeling way. It was like a superhuman kind of experience. Like, I don't know, that's the best way to describe it, but it almost felt like I just upped a level, and it felt so good. And that's when it really clicked that if I just don't stop, even for a couple of days, like I just don't miss no sessions, the body is just gonna change. And yeah, so I would say, if you were training 7 years without consistently no stopping, obviously COVID's been hard. Don't get me wrong. Like, I reckon COVID probably stopped majority of people, completely knocked back their progress. Luckily for me, I had weights. I had some dumbbells. I had some dumbbells, luckily. So, my legs after the lockdowns, my legs suffered the most because with upper body, I could do a lot with not much. But when it comes to legs, I need personally heavy weights. I need a squat rack. I need a leg press. Just doing lunges, and it wasn't really doing it. So that's the main thing, just the consistency, for sure. Okay, is push pull legs a good split? Yes, it is. I've done that for years. Those times I do it twice. So you're doing legs twice. I actually prefer, I'm at the stage now, I just prefer one body part a day. So my routine right now, Monday chest, Tuesday, Monday is compound legs. So Monday's legs, compound squats, leg press. Tuesday's chest, Wednesday's hamstrings, Thursday is back, Friday is quads, Saturday shoulders and core. So, I found my best results have happened when I target the individual body parts, I find. So, but no, push-pull legs is great. Better than full body. I'm not a big fan of full body workouts. Okay. So, you look at us. Sadly, I can only work out 3 times a week because of school and work, but that is enough for my main goal, which is getting fit. Yeah, I understand. 3 times a week is good. 3 times a week is very good. If that's the minimum you can commit to, then I would rather you do 3 times a week than get excited and try to do 5 times a week. And then, you miss a session, and then that throws you off, because once you miss that one session, you kind of once you let yourself down once, it's so easy to let yourself down again. It's like, if you're on a diet, and then let's say you cheat on your diet once, or you have like a chocolate bar. That second chocolate bar is soon around the corner. If you've got that packet in your house, it's going to be so easy to gobble down the next one. So that's the reason why, I don't keep any fast food. Also, I don't keep any junk in my house, in my cupboard. I won't keep anything. No crisps, no chocolate bars. If I want something, I have to go to the shop and get it. Because if I have a multi-pack, I have a pack there, it's going. Like, there's many times where I'd have a tub of ice cream, and I'm just eating the whole thing. I'm not having half. Like, I'm eating the whole thing. Okay, villager gets us. Do you know anything about growth spurts? I am 15, 170 centimeters. My mum is 163 and my dad is 180. I have already hit one growth spurt of 13 and haven't really grown almost at all since. Will I grow more? Time will tell. But I'm confident you'll probably get to your dad's height. I mean, 170, yeah, I think you'll get taller. I mean, I wouldn't worry about it. It's not really nothing you can control anyway. So there's no point worrying about it, you know what I'm saying? Only worry about the things you can control. So, 15, you're young. I guess if you start training now, you're hitting the gym, that's a hell of an advantage you've got over the competition. So So yeah, don't worry about it. There's nothing you can do about it anyway. But I would be confident you're probably going to get to your dad's height. If you've got tall uncles as well, granddad, I'm sure that makes a difference. Gurpal Singh says, hi, I just saw a video today regarding butt fat. Just wanted to know, do you provide vegetarian diet plans for butt fat loss? Yeah, I do. What I would suggest you do, if you've got Instagram, hit me up on Instagram at jpfitness123. Link is in my channel. So, or just search it on Instagram. And then hit me up, and then I'll be more than happy to help you, brother. Okay, another question from Yeleka. Thank you for your questions again. I've been wanting to ask a question. I personally like machines. Do I have to do different body parts a day, or can I just do whatever I can? Okay, so you don't want to ever do whatever you can. You want to have a routine. You want to have a structure. So, you know, you want to have a plan. So, you know, I always have a program. Even if I don't write it down, I've got a program that, you know, even in my mind, like I know what I'm going to do, or I know what I'm going to train. So, so number one, this is some advice. If you're creating your own program, figure out how many days you can commit to training, and then divide your whole body by those days. So let's say you can only train twice a week. Then a good split would be an upper body day and a lower body day. If you can do 4 times, then, you know, depending on what you want to enhance more than others, you can split your body into 4 parts. So one I did for years was chest, legs, shoulders, back. Now, with my thinking after 12 years, you know, depending on, you know, I might have actually trained my legs equally to my upper body. Like, I don't see actually why you would do 3 days upper body and only 1 day legs, because your legs is half your body. So maybe I would do like front of my, actually like chest 1 day, then I would do day, then I would do back, and I'd do hamstrings, like, you know. But, you know, there's many ways you can kind of, obviously, you know, if you want something specific, you can ask me specifically. It's hard to just say in general, but that's the kind of general advice I can give. Obviously, it depends on what you know, what you want to work on. You have a strong part here, weak part here. You might need to put some more attention to another body part than another. And obviously, you've all got limited time, so. Okay, Mattus, what's up, brother? Hello, even when one has a big butt and doesn't mind, is it a good idea to work out mostly leg and butt? For example, deadlifts to burn body fat. Can you, in theory, get shredded only by weightlifting, no cardio? Yes, I said this, yeah. So you can just do it from training and nutrition. Nutrition is the main thing. For losing fat, it's nutrition, nutrition, nutrition. That's the main thing. But nutrition without the weightlifting, you know, it's, for me, if you're going for aesthetics, you need the weightlifting. You can lose weight and fat through, you know, diet alone. But weightlifting is going to improve the aesthetics. It's going to boost your metabolism. You're going to look way better, feel better as well. And yeah, like, yeah, having a big butt. Like me, my whole thing is I'm trying to like build the legs. I'm trying to get everything, like get the lower body to be super impressive. So that's my main task. So yeah, I'm doing deadlifting. I did some hip thrust today. I did the abductor machine, adductor, the whole thing. And really, I actually want to get a girl training partner. I think women train legs the best. They're just so motivated that they're doing the hardest of exercises and going crazy. I've never seen a guy train legs as hard as I've seen most girls, especially in Mexico. There's a lot of these South American ladies. They are beasts in the gym. Like, they kill most guys, and I want a girl to kill me in the gym. That's gonna happen sooner rather than later. I promise. Okay, keep sending those questions in. I'm gonna have a quick sip of water. Awesome questions today. Hopefully you'll get into value. And if you do want individualized help, just hit me up on Instagram, or I'll be more than happy to give you a specific help. But I'm gonna be here every day. It's my new routine. I'm gonna go live every day. And I'm gonna treat these lives like I treat the gym. So if I'm slacking on these lives, then the The thing is, once you figure out the gym, you can actually apply a lot of these principles to life. Like even like I spent a year kind of throwing parties and kind of being in that industry, and I've kind of now switched to now get back on fitness, because with COVID, I'm not gonna lie, it did throw me off motivation wise. It threw me off in terms of fitness, because I felt like most people, you know, were using. I think it was all in my head. See, I was making excuses. You see, you might do this with the gym. You might be like, oh, I don't have good genetics, so there's no point trying, you know, or I don't know, whatever reason. My excuse I gave to myself was it was COVID. No one was in the gyms. No one was really caring about fitness. So you know, why try? So that was a silly excuse I gave to myself. So you know, um, so you know, there's a lot of kind of similarities with the gym and life, and I feel like once you conquer the gym, you have a kind of a map to what can work to other areas of your life. So for example, with my fitness business, like I know I need to be consistent. I need to be posting more regularly. I need to be showing up more regularly. You know what I'm saying? It's not good just showing up like here and there. Like it's the consistency. It's like going to the gym. There's no point you just training like, you know, you have 1 week and you train crazy, in 2 weeks and you just stop. Like it's just building the momentum. I need you guys to know me. I need you guys to like me, trust me, see me regularly, get results. Like you guys need to start getting results off my free information before you're ever going to trust me as a coach. So it's the same principle, and like, and even in terms of results, like I'm not looking at like you might say in business, like it's all about the bottom line income. I'm not even looking at that. I'm looking at the small wins. So it's like the gym. You're like, you know, let's say you want to build muscle. Like the end goal is obviously building muscle, but you know, if you're staring at the mirror all day, it's going to take you a long time. You're going to be very, very discouraged for a long time. So, you know, I didn't look at the mirror for my first 6 months of training. I was focused on the other things that, you know, will add to that success. So strength. So if I can do like 20 push-ups, whereas, you know, a month ago I could only do 10, that's a big win. Or weight loss, that your trousers feel a little bit tighter, or maybe the scales have dropped a little bit. You know, you can't, maybe you can't even see it in the mirror. Like you look the same, but the fact that maybe the belt button is one button, you know, tighter. Like that's a big win. Okay. Thank you. Your lackers being a power in this live today. Thank you. Should I be using protein powder after cardio and machines if I'm overweight, or will that just add more unwanted fats? So I used protein powders for years and years, and the market got me. Like you don't need any of that. That is literally all marketing. It's literally all marketing. The only reason I would advise a protein powder supplement is if you're really struggling to get enough from real food, which shouldn't be tough, because you know, really and truly, you just need about a gram of protein per kilogram. So if you're like 85 kilos, just 85 grams per day, which isn't too hard. It's like a couple of eggs, maybe a chicken breast, and you know, and 2 chicken breasts probably. That's probably about it. But you know, you don't need that much. So yeah, I would avoid it, especially if you're overweight as well. It's just gonna be extra calories, and you're gonna be, you know, it's not gonna satiate you like real food. Like a protein powder a sweet protein powder is nowhere gonna fill you up like real food will. So yeah, cardio machines, yeah. So yeah, supplements. No, they you know, I probably spent most of my money on, yeah, definitely supplements like protein powders and creatine, and you know, and it's all marketing. You see these bodybuilders. Even I've got friends that are influencers, and they train and they got their branded protein and they drink it conveniently in there after their set. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with it. It's obviously how you make your money, but you know, it's marketing at the end of the day. But you never know. I might cut up my own supplement. But you know, the thing is, what supplements did give me actually, even the protein powders, whatever, it did give me the mental boost. Because you know, a big thing for me, I mean, I think my coach told me, like, he was actually selling me these protein powders as well, so maybe that was his incentive. But he was like, I mean, it's true. Like the worst thing you want to do is train hard and then not, you know, not eat properly. It's like you wasted all that time. Like you want to train hard and then eat properly as well. That is huge. So, you know, and I felt that if I wasn't taking my protein powder, I was just, you know, I wasn't getting enough protein, you know, I wasn't really helping the muscle rebuild. So yeah. So if it's mentally, if you think that you're getting a boost from that, I mean, I had a client. I remember he would, you know, without his creatine, he'd be freaking out, like creatine. I was like, bro, you don't really need that. Uh, but he felt like he was weaker throughout the workout, and so maybe pre-workout. That's one thing as well. That's another thing that got me pre-workout. Like, oh, I didn't take my pre-workout. Now I'm gonna be weaker, and before you take the pre-workout, you feel cool. You take the pre-workout, okay, you might feel a bit of a buzz. You might have the mental placebo effect, and you actually might have more energy. But then, you know, then you just need the protein, the pre-workout to be normal, and now you don't take the pre-workout, and you feel weak, and you know, and I had a situation where it was, I think the caffeine was just making me go to the toilet all the time. So I'd take my pre-workout and train, and for the rest of the day, I'm running to the toilet with clients. It was just a nightmare. So I cut it out, and before I knew it, I was just as strong. Okay, yes, yeah, like thank you for your questions. You've definitely helped me with this one. So yeah, your questions help me. I help you. We're helping each other. Otherwise, you're just gonna be watching me. But yeah, Karun said, yeah, I went bald. Yeah, I've been bald for a while. I've been bald, shaved my head probably how long ago? Over 6 months now, 8 months, 10 months. Best thing I did. Best thing I did. I love the Mexican barbers, but they were too inconsistent with me. So I thought, well, I can just trim myself up, shave myself, trim everything up myself. And plus my hair's going a little bit actually, so I'll be honest. So it's just the easiest thing to do. Okay, 7 more minutes. Let me know your questions. Throw those questions in there. I am here to help. This is me answering whatever question you have. Hopefully I didn't miss any questions. What's up, Carol? Good seeing you. Hopefully you're well. Don't know who's sending me those likes. But yeah, 5 minutes, guys. Just gonna take some water, take a quick sip. Yo, bro. Jeff Pesos. Love that name. Yeah, I left Playa. Yeah, I left about a week ago. On to the next adventure. So I've touched down in London for a bit, a couple weeks. And then we'll see where next. Maybe Mexico City. I want to go Argentina. That's one of my goals. I want to hit Argentina. Buenos Aires, Cordoba. I want to go on an Argentinian tour. Right now I've got the whole COVID. You still need the vaccine. I haven't got the vaccine. I'm not planning to get the vaccine, so I can't go there yet, but we'll see. I want to see Colombia as well. Let me know as well if anyone is into traveling, where's a good place to go. I just want to travel somewhere warm where I don't need the vaccine. Excuse me. But yeah, Playa was fun. But you know, 13 months is a long time in a small city. I'm used to. I've lived in London pretty much my whole life, so I'm used to big city, lots of things to do, lots of options. But we'll see. The Caribbean is obviously beautiful, and but yeah, maybe it'll be in a city near you. We'll do a world tour soon. France. Got a lot of French friends I met in Mexico, Canada. A lot of Canadian friends as well. Maybe get back to America. Hello, Lucia. Good to see you. Okay, 5 minutes. Well, I'm happy. If no one's got any more questions, I've answered everyone's questions. But yeah, I just want to encourage you. I want to encourage you guys just to go for your goals. Just don't stop. Consistency is everything, honestly. Even when you don't want to do it, like when you really don't want to go, yeah, these are the times where you're gonna have the best workouts, and these are the times where you're gonna feel the best when you come home. Honestly, like it happens every time. Like, I've got legs today. I'm not trying to do this, and then you do it, and you're like feeling good. You set up your whole day, or it's just a nice end to your day for training in the evening. It's a nice, set your week up nice. Like it's the hardest things to do are the most rewarding once you do them. Like, let's say you got a sales call to make, you don't want to make that call, you do it, and like you'll be surprised what happens on the other end. Like you'll be surprised once you just do the actions um, how you just feel good. It's like a, you know, you're like you conquered your mind, conquered your body. Like there's nothing more rewarding than that, because you know it's easy to not go to the gym. It's easy to eat junk. It's the easy stuff, you know, and these easy things to do, they have no glory. You know what I'm saying? They have no joy. So yes, France. I'm gonna come. Come in France. I'm coming. Paris. I think I've got a lot of friends in Paris. So maybe Paris first. Maybe Marseille. Maybe Lyon. Okay. Matters us. Okay. Off topic from supplements. What are your thoughts on straps and especially hooks? When is the right start to use them? Also belts. And what percentage of max rep does it make sense? Straps. Yeah, I've got straps. I've always had straps. I love using straps, and I use straps from when my strength exceeded my grip. So let's say you're doing like a lat pull down. That's a common exercise I would use straps for. If I know I could get more rips, but my grip was letting me down, I will use straps. And you know, there's nothing wrong with straps, but ideally you want to use your, you know, real strength. I just think it's better. There's no particular reason for it. But what you can do, you can buy the grip strengtheners. You can get them off Amazon or something like that, and just strengthen your grip. Like a common exercise as well is deadlifts. You got deadlifts, and I'd find that my grip strength would, like, if I did the overhand grip, like even now, there's like, I'm sure like once I get to about 4 plates on each side, once I get to 3 plates on each side, I'll need to do a hook grip. There's nothing wrong with that, but no, I would actually, in that case, I'd rather use straps. So it's not really, don't think about it too much. I mean, the fact that you're going to the gym regularly and you're getting results is way more important than, you know, using straps. And in terms of a belt, so actually, yeah, I was using the belt for years, and I found that it actually made my core weaker because I would rely on the belt. So I actually stopped using the belt maybe 3 years ago. I stopped using the belt um, to get my core stronger, because I've actually got a little hernia, and actually I felt that, yeah, that's a good question. Why did I stop using my belt? I can't actually remember now, but there was a specific reason. I just wanted to get my core stronger. I didn't want to rely on the belt. Like for example, there was years I would use knee reps. Well, not years, but it was the time I tried experimenting with them. But I remember, like, when I took them off, my knees just felt so much weaker. I felt unstable, and I just felt that I wasn't, you know, training my tendons properly. Like I feel like, you know, you do these movements with no equipment. You're training, you know, different parts of your body, if that makes sense. So, but no, by all means, if you feel like better by using straps and a belt, like all means, like go for it. But eventually, you know, you want to be lifting, I guess, raw. That's what I'm kind of aimed towards. Even though I do machines, and I'm not the best person to ask. I'm squatting in the Smith machine, so. But you know, if you're going for powerlifting, maybe I don't know. I don't know. Just be consistent. Okay, cool. Well, thank you all for joining. I'm gonna be here tomorrow. That was awesome. Really appreciate that. Take care. Make sure you hit the gym tomorrow, and write some questions down so we're good to go for tomorrow. But yeah, thanks for checking in, and I will catch you tomorrow on the next live. Let's go.